Everybody, welcome to Cosmic Crisis TV and another episode of TV Reviews. Last time we went over the Season 1 of The Flash for the CW. Today we're going to be going over Arrow Season 3. So, we're going to go over Season 3, what happened in it, favorite characters, episodes, thoughts on the season finale. Basically, same thing we did for the last video. We're going to do Arrow style. So, we need to go get our green hoods.
Huh? Anyways, let's get on to the show and reviews and everything. Okay, let's start off like last time. Let's start off with favorite characters or any kind of characters that have improved during this season.
Well, I'd have to say Laurel improved quite a bit because in the first and second season she was mainly a B. Let's try to keep this a little clean. She was a stuck-up little brat in the first season, and she got a little better in the second season. And this one, she actually got a lot better. I like that they had her come into her own, had her become the Black Canary, it changed her whole persona and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I like that. You?
Well, that's it. Or you mean like improved up, like
that's the character I think improved the most out of the entire series.
I don't have an improved character.
What's your favorite new character then?
Well,
there aren't very many new characters.
New character. Well, there really, yeah, like you said, there are not very many new characters in this season.
Okay, then let's say.
Well, outside of Raish, there really aren't any other new characters.
Yeah, let's talk about Raish. What did you think of Raish and the actor who played him?
I liked him.
Yeah.
I thought he did a decent job. I know Liam Neeson had expressed interest in playing that, but I was like, that's hoping too much because well, it is a TV studio, so they don't have enough money to spend on that. Yeah. But I thought he did a decent job as Raish. I wasn't. Well, it was good.
Yeah. I don't know. He was okay. I was always basing this Raish and comparing him with the Batman animated show. So that's.
Well, you really can't. You really can't compare anything to the Batman animated show.
You really can't.
Because it's like.
It's way.
It's one of the best animated shows ever. So. Yeah. It's kind of hard to compare him to them.
But for what we got, I did like this Raish.
Oh, say maybe for like one of the most improved characters, I would actually say his daughter, Nyssa.
Nyssa? Yeah.
Yeah, because they actually put her in it more. So I would put her as most improved because they added her more into it. So they a little bit more into her character.
Yeah, because she was in season 2.
I do enjoy her being in it a little bit more. It adds more diversity to the overall story.
And I liked when she was basically banished or ostracized from her father and the League of Assassins and stayed with Laurel, I think.
Yes.
And taught her.
Trained her.
Yeah. I like to see her more like that.
Yeah. I liked how, going off of what you said about Laurel being improved, I believe the character did improve a bit, but I liked her best in the first season. I thought she was good in the first season. I did not like her at all in the second season. I didn't like her at the beginning of the third season, but I believe near the end of the third season she did start to improve. The character was really, I wouldn't blame the actress, but I would blame the writing of the character. The writing of the character really was kind of poor this season, and the second season, but I did like her later on in the third season. Yeah. Near the end of it, so.
Mm-hmm. So, let's go on with favorite episodes.
Well, how about characters? Let's go on. Finish up with the favorite characters before we get on to the other episodes. Okay, I would say instead of just most improved, let's go to favorite characters and then characters we didn't like.
Characters we didn't like.
Yeah. Well, let's start there first. We'll start with characters we did not like.
Thea Queen.
Okay.
I mean, like, she really didn't have much to do in this season. Basically, like every other season. Well, I did like in the as we got closer to the season finale, she did improve a little bit. But other than that, well, I don't know. I really don't have a big dislike on characters this season.
Okay. I would have to agree as far as Thea goes. I didn't really like her character. She annoyed me. She's annoyed me from the beginning of the episode, from the season, or actually series.
Yeah.
I've never really liked the character, cared about her. It's just,
She's a brat.
yeah. And then it kind of annoys me that Oliver's going to do anything and everything for her, and he basically throws all caution out the window just to do whatever for his sister. When it's kind of like, well, you need to listen to the rest of the people around you. Other characters that really stood out this season, Diggle. Diggle was probably the best character outside of Stephen Amell. So I would say, of course, Stephen Amell, he owns it. He knocks it out of the park every single episode. Diggle was really good. Oh man, there was quite a few people that I thought had really good performances. Merlin, John Barrowman
He's an amazing
a great
actor.
actor, so he was really good this season also.
I like the Felicity in this season.
Yeah, a lot of people had complaints about her like in the mid-season. She came on really strong at the beginning, but then had complaints during the mid-season, but I really didn't. I was like, whatever. I mean, I understood the direction they were taking the character and everything, which was fine with me. I didn't have any issues with it. And then one of the best new characters, the Atom, Ray Palmer.
Yes, we did get
Almost
the
forgot about him. Ray Palmer was a great addition to this season of Arrow. So I can't wait to see who they bring on to the next season, because I know he will not be. I don't believe he'll be in season 4 of Arrow, because he will be doing Legends of Tomorrow. So I believe he'll be like the main. I think he's supposed to be like the main in there, or leading group, possibly either him or Rip Hunter. I'm not sure who. They haven't said yet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see who they bring into season 4. But I thought he was a great addition to this season. Quite a bit of comedy, lightheartedness and stuff. It's something that the show has been missing because it's kind of gloomy and dark. And it's basically they're making it like a Batman series, and this is a Gotham. So I thought it was nice to bring that in a little bit right there.
Yeah, I did like the actor they brought him in, Brandon Routh.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, favorite episode throughout the entire season?
Yeah, I really don't have favorite episodes this season. Well,
I
let's
do.
go back to the crossovers.
I do.
The crossovers are some of the best episodes right there. I forgot to mention that actually in the Flash reviews.
Yeah.
Those were the Flash one was okay, but the Arrow crossover one was better.
Yeah.
I thought. So that was one of the better episodes. Let's see, and then I would say you had to get more towards the end of the series, because there was a lot of filler episodes that just didn't quite deliver. You had a lot of roller coaster action going on there, a lot of ups and downs. As far as the season went, but I thought it really picked up within the last 5 or 6 episodes of this season, and I liked once they started bringing in, say, the Lazarus Pit. I would say, from the mid-season finale to the end, it really started to pick up and started going.
Yeah, I think for this season, it looked more or less to me like like one of them heartbeat machines on in hospitals. It went like up and down through the entire season. But after the mid-season, it just started slowly climbing upwards. And I really did like the season finale. I liked how they ended this season with Felicity and Oliver, the Arrow team, with John Barrowman, Merlin, him becoming new Roz.
Yeah, I agree. I really liked this season finale. It felt more like a series finale because it felt like
really
they tied. It felt like they tied just about everything up. I know a lot of people complain about it, saying it's whatever about it.
We got what we wanted.
Like but I liked it. I felt, if they continue, say, with season 4 and they just completely flub season 4 and mess it up, I could say, okay, they just made 3 seasons and there it is. There's the end of season 3 because it feels like a series finale.
It did feel like a series finale.
Yeah. I liked that episode. I really did.
My favorite episode throughout the entire series or season would have to be the crossover with Flash and the Arrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked that. I liked the whole training they had going on with him and stuff. That was
One thing
That was pretty funny.
one thing I'm looking back on now in my head, they did bring in Captain Boomerang in the crossover episodes, in the 2 crossover episodes, and he was never in either episode again after that. What's up with that?
No, he's on. They took him to the island.
Oh yeah, that's I forgot about that.
Yeah, so because I almost forgot about that, but they did mention it later on when they were actually moving all of the inmates in the Flash. They did mention Captain Boomerang.
Okay.
Over there, so.
I completely forgot about him through the entire series after that.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah, he was a forgettable character. So, I think there was quite a few forgettable characters within this season. I think one of the big reasons that this season had so many ups and downs and kind of felt a little jumbled was, well, because in this season they had big plans for Harley Quinn.
yeah.
And Willa Holland, who plays Thea, actually came out and said so like last week in an interview that they were going to have Harley Quinn in it. I mean, she was teased in season 2 a couple times.
Mhm.
You saw her with her Argus written on the back, and she had the little ponytails.
And they even had to
and-
delete the scene.
And they had a deleted scene, and then you also hear her voice when they're walking through the prison. So they had big plans for her, but of course, Warner Brothers or the DC execs put a stop to that. Well, because they have their Suicide Squad movie coming along. But it's kind of annoying because you do see that they're allowing them to use some characters like the Flash or whatever else, and yet they're still doing that in the movies. Which the movies is also going to be Barry Allen Flash. It's
Yeah,
not going to be
it's
Wally West or
annoying.
anybody else.
And he doesn't look like Barry Allen.
No, I'm not pleased with the actor they picked for him or anything. But you think they would have allowed them to use Harley Quinn in this series, which I think she would have done a great job. I thought it would have been great to see Harley Quinn in the Arrow.
It sounded like her too, in the little
Well-
bits and pieces that we got.
It sounded like her because that's the same actress who did her voice in the Arkham series. The
Oh,
Arkham
that's
Knight series,
Tara
yes.
Strong?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, she actually did the voices for her in that. So.
Yeah. I knew Tara Strong did the voices of the current Harley Quinn. I didn't know that was actually the actress.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, it was. So, I think that's one of the main reasons why this season had so many ups and downs was because you had this main plot going here that you wanted to stick with outside of Ra's al Ghul, and you get it ripped away from you, so you have to kind of fill in here and there.
What do you think of the flashbacks this season?
They were okay. I want to see him go back to the island. It tied in well with the story that they were trying to tell, especially bringing in Katana, who's I would have to say was one of the good characters that they brought on. I wouldn't say she was one of the best because we didn't see her that often.
We
You
only
only saw her
saw-
in a few flashbacks, but as Katana, you saw her twice as Katana. But I thought the flashbacks were okay.
I didn't care for them that much this season because really they were just basically another story completely. Sure, they were tying into the grander plot, but still, they just felt blah to me.
I would agree for the most part. It didn't feel like the whole season was just an okay season.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that they do a better job coming up in the 4th season,
Mhm.
and that they'll actually be able to use all the characters that they want to use and give us a better story. I believe that's why it fell flat this year.
So, what are your thoughts on the season finale?
Season finale. I like the season finale. I thought it was a good season finale. Tied up all the ends. Like I said, it could be a series finale. So, for me, I thought it was satisfactory. The fight with Raish, I thought it ended the way I thought it would. I didn't expect it to be drawn out. The one big twist, of course, was seeing Merlin becoming Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I actually
Which will be
thought.
interesting to see play out in the 4th season. Maybe when you bring in was it Damien Dark and Hive. So we'll see how that goes and what they do with all that.
Yeah, for a minute there, I actually thought that Oliver was going to become the new Ra's al Ghul,
Mhm.
but turning it around, it was Malcolm. So that was a little twist too. Wow.
And with Roy being gone, basically being retired, I believe he's doing something else now outside of TV shows. I believe he's moving on to movies. But it'll be interesting to see because now we just have Black Canary as Laurel because Canary died. Sarah Lance died at the beginning of the season, but obviously she's going to come back with the Lazarus Pit and
Yeah.
be in Legends of Tomorrow. But I think it'd be interesting to see how they bring them back because you just have Diggle, Black Canary, and Thea, whatever you want to call her, Speedy, or I believe that's what they want to call her because
I wish they would.
she did mention, hey, call me Red Arrow, but he was like, I already told everybody to call you Speedy, so we'll see how that goes.
I wish they would have just changed that and made her Artemis. That would have been a bit better.
Good. I would have liked to see her as Artemis. Maybe I wouldn't hate her so much.
Yeah.
But
I did like the season finale. It did feel like a series finale with Oliver and Felicity as a actual couple now riding off into the sunset or driving off in this Porsche. The big thing I didn't like about the series finale or season finale is the next times they had the spoiler in the next time for the episode before the season finale. They showed that Oliver actually was a good guy because throughout that time he was at Nanda Parbat, they kept hinting that he might and might not be a good guy. So
yeah.
It was really a big letdown to see that he actually was in the spoilers. So that's it. But I did like the season finale. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Was it one of the things that the thing I hated the most about this season was the episode when they go back to the island.
Yes.
And you have Slade Wilson on there. You built it up so much talking about going back to this island, and he's in there maybe 5 minutes,
At least.
and the whole episode is basically nothing but flashbacks, which really
Sucked.
really did. I'm hoping that you make up for it and you bring him back in season 4, and that we see more Slade because I like Slade in season 2.
He was a good actor.
So a very good actor, and I enjoy Slade. So I'm hoping we don't see too much Damien Dark or Hive or whatever, and that we actually get Slade back. So.
Yeah. So what are our theories for season 4? What would you like to see in it?
Well, outside of Deathstroke, not sure too much. The only thing, because this last episode just felt like a series finale, so I'm not sure. The only thing I know is you getting Damien Dark possibly and Hive. So those are the only hints that I've really seen.
I know there were rumors. I think they're semi-confirmed, but I know that the CW execs were talking about bringing in Green Lantern in season 4, and the Flash season 2. So I know we're gonna get Green Lantern in sometime, but we really don't know what version or how old he's actually gonna be.
Sounds like most likely it'll be Hal Jordan because they keep talking about going Ferris.
Well, we know it's gonna be
Airbase.
Hal Jordan, but I mean by version we don't know how old he's gonna be.
Okay, well, just to confirm with everybody that
Yeah.
it's most likely Hal Jordan.
It is Hal Jordan, yeah.
Because they're talking about the Ferris Airbase, and then that the pilot has gone missing and stuff. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how he fits in and everything, and if he does come in this season.
Yeah. Let me see. Anything else? Well, that's really it. I really don't have anything else to add on the season 4.
Yeah, I would
Because
say
we really don't know much.
No, not at all. They really haven't revealed much, especially when it felt like they just ended the series.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say overall, unlike The Flash, which was a great season,
It was a phenomenal season.
this one I just felt it was an okay season
Yeah.
because it had so many lows at the beginning and stuff. I believe they lost their direction of what they wanted to do, that they pretty much tried to make all that up
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So
Had a lot of fillers.
yeah, quite a few fillers and stuff. But don't get me wrong, I think a lot of the characters did phenomenal jobs with their roles.
I like that they actually beefed up Diggle's character.
Yeah,
And
I
his
really
role.
like Diggle in this one and stuff. So Diggle's and Oliver's relationship, I thought that was great.
It was really pushed to the edge.
And I obviously enjoyed Merlin. But we'll see in this next season. I'm hoping they expound more on stuff. I like to see, Oliver and Diggle reconcile their relationship because of how the season 3 ended
Yeah.
and stuff, and see where that goes and stuff. So
Yeah, so that'll be it for our Arrow Season 3 review. If you guys like this video, go let us know in the comments down below. Also subscribe to us, and let us know what you guys would like to see in Arrow Season 4. that'll be it for this episode of TV Reviews. Hit that like and subscribe button, and until next time, keep it cosmic!